I'm naked, it's hot, and there's a stupid thing on my head. How are you doing? Okay, so I did a video on procrastination where I talked about not letting yourself off the hook. Here I am, I forgot to do, or I failed to do, or it was just too damn hot to do, a naked vlog on my opinion on strippers. Well, I don't have much of an opinion on strippers, but because I said don't let yourself off the hook, I have to not let myself off the hook here, and I have to do this video anyway. Even though it's probably not going to get linked on the original Naked Truth vlog page by Trisha Hirschberger, it's just going to be me talking to a camera and seeing if I get the same kind of results, even if my video is not linked to Trisha Hirschberger's videos. Yes. Well, on to prostitutes. On to strippers. Well, I guess you kind of get some insight into my opinion on strippers. They're kind of like prostitutes. Many of them are prostitutes who just strip because it's a more legitimate and safe way to make money when they're not prostituting. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to say this once. I went to a strip club once in my life. Before I went to the strip club, it was like, oh, look, a nudie magazine. Yes, this isn't frustrating enough. I need to go see a real live woman I can't have. And then I went to the strip club and I said, you know, I'd like to nudie magazine back because these women are not that attractive. So here's the thing. You know, anybody who knows anything about prostitutes knows the movies lie to you. I mean, let me tell you, my old man, he's seen a lot of prostitutes in his day, mostly in Vietnam. We were watching a movie once, and there were these prostitutes standing on the street corner. And he goes, what are those? And I goes, those are prostitutes. And he goes, prostitutes don't look like that. And look, I work in LA at a homeless shelter. We have to shoo the prostitutes out of our parking lot. It happens. It's LA. And I can tell you, most prostitutes used to be men. Some of them are still men, and they dress like women. But yeah, I mean, if you're the nice ones are really women. Like, you know, post-op or born that way or whatever. The not-so-nice ones are maybe taking some hormones, but still got a dingle-dangling. So yeah. Strippers, on the other hand, generally there's no dingle-dangling because you notice. And, you know, I actually went to the Seven Veils. This dude I knew was going to the army. He's like, let's go to a strip club, yeah! And I'm like, aren't you going to do enough of that when you're in the army? But we went to this strip club. It was a horrible experience. Paid a lot of money to see some chick I wouldn't be interested in dancing naked. So, I mean, that was a thing. And, okay, let's be clear here. I'm me. I have an interest in psychology. I had an interest in psychology at the time. Now I've got a degree in psychology. I look at a woman stripping, I pretty much see the emotional scars. I understand that most women turn to stripping for a reason, and that reason is a bad home life. So that's all I see up there. Well, my camera died. So, maybe about 15 minutes later, I've changed the batteries and don't remember what I was talking about. Now I was saying something about strippers and emotional scars. Well, okay. Let me just point this out. Look, okay, here's the thing. Strippers got emotional scars. Oh yeah, okay. Being a stripper, you are more likely to have emotional scars than if you're somebody who poses nude. Posing nude can be beautiful and artistic. The human body can be a beautiful thing, even when it's, you know, mine. So, you know, it's like I think I'd have some difficulty posing nude for art, but I might do it. I mean, it's not too outlandish. On the other hand, you know, stripping is directly sexual, and I mean, it can be art, I guess, if you put enough artistic nature into it, if you're truly saying something with the dance, which is hard. I mean, it's not that easy. Now, I'm going to make this clear. I don't care for strip clubs, primarily because I had a bad experience at one. The dudes I went with were D-bags, and then they insisted on going back, even though I was like, no, we went there, you were a D-bag, you made sure I had a horrible time, and I don't want to go back unless you apologize. And they refused to apologize. So there was that. But here's the other thing, okay? People I know who were totally into strip clubs have always been people with problems. And the people I know who were totally like, I would never go to a strip club, were also people with problems. So it's like, I mean, it's a thing. If it's a big thing for you, you may want to look at your life. If it's not a big thing for you, maybe don't look at your life. Or maybe look at your life anyway. Actually, I think we should all think about who we are and how we perceive the world. Now, this came up because Trisha Hirschberger is getting married and she was having her bachelorette party along with her husband's bachelor party, which by nature is the wrong thing. I mean, the whole thing of bachelor and bachelorette parties is you get out there, you get drunk, you do something stupid, and if you really care about the person you love, you're not going to cheat on them. It is your last point to say, do I really want to do this? Do I want to give up being single? And from what I understand, Trisha and her husband already live together, so they're common law married. So at that point, bachelor parties are kind of silly. But then it's like, I get that what's really happening is you're having the party for your friends, not your family. Your friends, not your family, so let's get wild, get some strippers. The only thing is, I know at least a little bit about some of Trisha's friends. And if she's inviting Steve Zaragoza, if you're inviting strippers, Steve's stripping. Because if you're inviting Steve Zaragoza, he's probably stripping anyway. But if there's other people being naked, he's definitely being naked. I mean, and he is, from what I've heard, one of the nastiest male strippers you could possibly get, who isn't actually a male stripper. I mean, it's like, there are the really nasty male strippers who are like, yes, it is fun to be naked. Let me wave my junk in your face. Let me get my junk all up over you. And, it's like, but you're a dude, and most of us dudes kind of love sex. So they're not prostitutes. They're dudes who strip for chicks, and like, if she's down, he's down. I've actually heard stories of like them doing this for grandma, and grandma's like, stick that thing in my face, I'm gonna bite it off. And the dude's like, okay, I'm putting my clothes back on now. You're obviously not into this. That's cool. Like my junk where it is. I mean, I like my junk to be where it is, not, severed from my body. So that's cool, okay? Got it. Right. So there's the thing. I don't have much of an opinion on strippers. I can just give you the facts. I can tell you, if I were at some dude's party and he ordered strippers, I would probably shrug. I would never order strippers for a party I was having for me. But I mean, I guess if I were the kind of guy that still had friends who like strippers, maybe I'd be into that. I don't know, because you're having the party really for your friends at that point. So that's what that is. Anyway, hopefully I can piece together a reasonable video out of this, because my head wrap is warming up, my brain is warming up, and it is really hot in here. So, just remember, life's got to get on with itself, and so do you. So, when you're done watching this video, maybe remember to do the dishes. Yeah, and walk the dog. All those other things you're not doing because you're procrastinating.